Welcome to Moon Harbor Extended. Today's issue is Cosmic, Issue 5. Don't try this at home. On the cover, Jet stands looking ragged and worn in the mouth of a cave. Deep within the cave, we can see several pairs of glowing, multi-lensed eyes. The rest of the team stands outside the cave, surveying the sand dunes stretching off into the horizon. We turn the page and our story begins. So our next panel cuts back down to Ovi and Jet, a decent distance into the tunnels, and we see like a fork in the tunnels, and you can feel the pull in your mind, and you hear that voice in your mind again say, left tunnel.
Am I still supporting Jet?
Jet holds up his hands in front of his face in the L shapes.
We're going this way, buddy. She's gonna direct him to the left.
He kind of pulls himself off, says, "Hey, I know where I'm going," and starts to veer off to the right, and then curves around back to the left.
I love Jet's defiance. It's delightful. How are you all lighting your way here?
That's a good question. Do we have anything on our suits that light up?
Do you? Entirely up to you all.
I feel like we would have like something on one sleeve that could be like a makeshift flashlight, just like kind of like a, I guess like as much as like a phone flashlight would emit.
I'm cool with that.
Okay, although right now, Jet, I think he's not wearing his suit actually, because it's difficult to spray water when it's on.
What is Jet wearing at the moment?
So he normally fights bare-chested. I mean, the water would kind of cause damage.
I don't know why they got this super vivid image of Jet in like just swim trunks.
Yeah, basically. I mean, he has lower garments that water can pass through, but shirts, why bother?
Yeah, Ovi is not the most comfortable with that.
Cool. I just wanted to get an image.
Well, Ovi has her suit on, so she can have like the sleeve light up.
And you both go about 10 feet down the left passage, and then you hear something like stone on stone grinding behind you. When you turn back to look, our next panel is a stone, like very natural looking stone plug has been pushed over, closing that passage off. And you hear the voice, "I'm just ahead. Don't be alarmed. I'm not going to hurt you. I just want to make sure you're not followed."
I am alarmed.
Are you all continuing on?
Yeah, I guess we have no choice but to keep going.
I'm going to put my hands up in front of me as I'm walking forward, like it's a weapon.
Though actually, I guess we could easily portal out, but yeah, we'll keep going.
And we had a couple more panels of you going down this tunnel, and then a large panel of you entering into this small, rounded room that's lit with these like faintly glowing blue crystals. And in this room, there's a couple tunnels leading off from this room as well. But in this room is one of the mantises, but it seems to have an elaborate helmet on that you can see a couple of these crystals like protruding out of. And as you step into it, he stands, to his full tall height, and you hear, "Welcome, I am Tech Tac." And we're gonna cut from here back to Mal. So Mal, we have you on the ship. You've just shrugged off this barrage, but the alarm is still going off, and you hear a lot of activity, like people scrambling. There's a lot of movement on the ship. They're obviously aware you are here. What are you doing?
Well, I can't exactly hide, so I want to illuminate everywhere that I can see and just like fill the entire chamber with light so no one can like sneak up on me.
Okay. And I think the room we're in now is like at the end of that hallway. It's a fairly large room. There's a lot of like large conduit running through the room. It seems like a maintenance bay.
Any chance I know what those piping conduits are for?
Go ahead and roll to assess the situation.
Great. All right, that is my fourth potential on this new track that I filled up 25 minutes ago. That was a 5.
This is wild. We get a panel of you like putting your hands on one of the large piping running horizontally through the room, and we get that cut through 3D like X-ray vision panel style thing, and inside it we can see pumping what looks to be like liquid star stuff, And I think you feel that through it. You know what this is.
Liquid star stuff. Oh, cool. Like the glowing water from their planet before.
Yep.
Cool.
And coming down the hallway that you entered through, we start hearing a very loud clanging, like of large metal feet walking towards. What do you do?
I wanna grab the pipe and just like melt a hole in it or break it if it's easy enough to break. And then aim it at the thing that's going down the hall towards me.
Cool.
And
So-
if I need to telekinetically adjust it to make sure it hits, I will do so.
I think we get the panels of you ripping or like pulling at and breaking this pipe off, melting through parts of it, and it just starts spewing this star stuff. The panel then cuts to the entrance to this room where you came in through, and we see what looks like a Goliath beetle, but walking on its hind legs. It seems to be completely robotic, not armor covered. And go ahead and roll to directly engage.
Bum bum ba-dum.
Again, that was a 5. I'm gonna mark a condition so I can choose one option. That's not really terrifying. I was gonna say no, never mind. I'm just gonna take the potential and deal with repercussions.
Okay. The stream of star stuff hits this thing solidly, and there's a moment where it's just so bright. I think we get a full white panel, and you don't hear the clanging anymore. I think there's a moment where you breathe a sigh of relief, and then you were just hit full force in the chest with these 2 projectiles. And our next panel is you on the ground, just completely covered in the scarabs. And we're gonna cut back to Mason. What are these rolls? I just have to say, our rolls tonight are wild.
Can I unleash my ship's power to locate the flux capacitor?
Yeah, so we get you running a scan, and I think this just happens. This is a really low tech world. Something that high tech is going to stand out on your scans. So we get you arriving back to where the whole group was outside that cave. You know it is down there from your scans. And I think, with you looking out of the ship, you can see the footprints of Ovi and Jet heading down into that cave.
Yeah, I don't care about those people at all. I'm going to try to use the big gun to shoot a tunnel straight where the flux capacitor is.
Okay. Yeah, I think we see you just start drilling into the ground, and we're going to cut down into that cave. So this mantis is standing up before you, and he goes, "Please don't attack. I need your help, and I think I can help you too."
Well, hello there, TikTok. I'm Jet, and I raise a hand.
He looks at you and goes, "You don't look well, friend. Do you need some water?"
Water?
And he reaches into a pack on the ground and pulls out a large canteen made of like a dried gourd. I like that look.
That water, Jet inhales it. He does that thing where you make yourself start drinking and then you don't need to swallow anymore. It just keeps on going.
Can I suggest that some of it spills out down your face and down your chest, and we see it get sucked into your skin?
Ooh, I don't know if he actually has that power. No, he
Okay.
does not have that power. It's all in the mouth.
It can come out anywhere, but it only goes in the mouth.
Ovi's gonna look at the mantis and be like, what do you need from us?
It seems we have a common enemy. And he looks up at the ceiling meaningfully.
The star gods?
That's what they call themselves, but I think they're using something to make my people listen to them. And he taps the crystals in the helmet with his is that a claw? What do mantises have? He taps the crystals on his helmet with his scythe, because that's the most terrifying thing to call it. Because this seems to stop it. There's not many of us left that haven't fallen to what they ask.
What
Apparently,
can we
mantises
do?
have raptorial legs.
What can we do to help?
You can leave the planet. It didn't start happening until their round ship started showing up. If you destroy it, I think we'll be free.
Their round ship?
He leans over into the sand and just draws a circle on the ground. Like that.
Ovi is still very confused. I guess, are there the battleships that we've seen? Are they round?
They're very like long and bulbous. The Starling ship you were escorting before was a like spherical ship.
Oh, I see. That's fun.
That looks familiar.
Yep, sure does.
And I think at this point, you'll start hearing a very loud thrumming coming from like not directly above, but like the top side of the cave or the chamber you're in.
Where's Mason?
And that just seems like the perfect time for the weapons to burst through the wall and break into the chamber.
I am jumping over towards the wall of this chamber, trying to get out of the way.
Jet, what do the weapons on your ship look like again?
It's got a big charge beam. I guess like let's say it's a long and wide nose sort of cannon thing.
Cool. And Mason, you now have like a clean tunnel drilled through to this chamber.
I think like 6 masons jump out of the ship. And can I see where the flux capacitor is?
You don't see it. What you do see is Tech Tac grabbing the bag and trying to scurry off into other tunnels.
Okay, I'm going to spread out the masons and try to locate the flux capacitor, I guess.
Mason, what the fuck?
Hey, we had this. Just ask our good old Biddy tactic over here.
Do I have to roll to have them search around the room?
Not yet.
Like he's totally ignoring you guys.
Well, I'm making you my rival for showing off.
Good. I was hoping we get at least one switch this session.
Switch per session. Obi wants to go after Tech Tac.
Are you calling out or just following after?
Yes, I think calling out and then going after her.
Oh, what do you yell out?
Hey, Tech Tac, wait up.
Tech Tac, noticing that you seem calm at this sudden explosion and cutting through the wall, it slows down a bit and then kind of comes to a stop, turns, looks, and then takes in that it's, Mason. He goes, "Oh, I thought the star gods had found us."
No,
What?
it's just our teammate.
Quite an entrance. And he reaches into the bag and pulls out the flux capacitor. If I give you this, will you try to help us?
The closest mason just walks over and tries to grab it.
Obi takes it before he can.
As all 3 of us are reaching for it.
And then I'm going to say, yeah, we'll do our best. Because that means that those guys are pulling one over us too. So fuck them.
Who ended up with it?
We gotta play rock, paper, scissors. Oh, I know.
Screw it, we're not using PBTA rolls anymore. This is how we're resolving every roll.
This will be fun to explain to the listeners.
So what we've got going on right now is we've got a death match happening between
Although, how do we make this a 3-way?
I just think
I don't think
Mason's
we
going to
can.
attack the winner. I think Mason's on the same train of thought as me.
Okay. A spear? Jeez.
do
it!
Damn it, no! I wanted a Mirjit to have it.
Oh,
Mason's being rude.
Okay, so I assume that Mason gets there first, and so the closest Mason grabs the flux capacitor, completely ignoring the big mantis monster and his teammates, and walks off with the flux capacitor in the direction of the ship. And then another Mason walks up to the mantis creature and gives it a courteous bow.
The mantis looks at Jet, looks at Ovi, and then like awkwardly returns Mason's bow. Ovi had said something. Sorry, what did Ovi say to Tech Tac?
That they're going to try their best to stop them, since if it's the Starlings, then they're trying to pull one over us too.
Okay, excellent. And he reaches into his bag and pulls out a small blue crystal similar to the ones in his helmet that's on a like hempen cord and hands it to you. I don't know if it'll help, but it might.
I'll tie it around my neck like a necklace. Thank you. Does it do anything?
You don't feel anything.
Well, I'm sure it looks nice.
Yeah. And do we get Mason like installing that?
Yeah, I think so.
Does anyone want anything else out of this scene before I cut to Mel?
No, I guess the question would just be getting out of this cave, and if Mason's gonna just leave without us.
I think at this point, Jet and Ovi noticed that painted on the side of the ship, like on the door to go in, is painted the words "Team Players Only." And then the final panel is that you see one of the Masons ask one of the Mantis people, like in the back of the cave, "So, are you looking for a superhero team?"
I'm looking for the one of you that painted over my beautiful ship.
Go ahead and look through the condition clearing. If there's anything you think you should be cleared before the next scene after we jump back away from Mal. I'm going to cut to Mal. And I think we get this panel, like it's a panel of black and then a panel of you opening your eyes. And you are you are standing up in a tube. And around you, you can see other like large glass tubes hooked to a lot of machinery. Some of them empty, some of them filled partially with just liquid star stuff. And we see like two starlings kind of slugging their way around the room. That's a verb now. Checking various panels. They have not seemed to notice you're awake yet.
Are there like tools in the room or anything, or like chairs, anything loose that is not like bolted down?
There's various stuff around.
Cool. Can I pick up like, I guess they don't need chairs because they're slugs. Can I pick up like the heaviest looking tool I can see with my telekinesis and smash one of the other tubes, one of the ones that's like partially filled with star liquid, and
Okay,
try?
you can try,
Cool.
but it is going to be painful to try.
Like roll a powerful blow, kind of painful.
I mean, traditionally, yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna try.
Like as you start reaching out, you feel just this overwhelming pressure pushing back.
So yes, roll to take a powerful blow.
Yes, yeah.
Cool. That's a 10. I'm gonna lose control of myself and my powers in a terrible way.
So we see like you. Is it still the constellation aesthetic when you're reaching out to grab something?
Yep.
I think those just start filling up the panel completely, and then our next panel is a shot from outside the tube, and you've gone full supernova inside this tube. I think we hear like a bit of a scream that gets cut off, and for a while you completely lose human form, and we get the two starlings starting up some machines. We don't see any like cracks or anything. You're still securely within this tube, and we're going to cut back to the rest of the group. What is your plan here? So I know how to frame this next scene.
I like to think that we're all in the ship now.
Well, is Mason letting us get in the ship?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Mason is just ignoring that you guys exist.
Well, I guess also how big is this ship? Can it fit everybody? Considering there's 3 of us plus a bunch of Mason clones.
How many people do you think could fit in those ships? Not necessarily comfortably, but I don't know how well we've established that yet.
At some point, we were all in Mal's ship.
So at least 4 can fit comfortably.
Yeah, I'm not sure about all of the clones, but I'm picturing like 6 people can fit
Okay, cool. And where is the ship when we cut back to you all?
on the ground.
Mason's driving.
I think
so
it
that's
would
up to
be.
him.
I think it would be out in the desert at this point, like outside of the tunnels. And I think like there's 2 Masons driving, like pilot co-pilot situation.
All right, cool. I'm going to assume that part was very easy to put back in. I think you're fully functional at this point. So what do y'all want to do?
Mason, where are we going?
You get no response.
You know, it's not very team player of you to like not talk to us. You're being just as bad.
Hey, you want to use that lever.
Mason breaks off the lever and throws it to Chet.
I toss it back at your head.
The Mason poofs, and from like a compartment, another Mason crawls out and takes its place.
Where is the ship heading? Where's Mason driving it?
I think it's heading where we last saw the ship that Mal was in.
Okay.
Ovi wants to try opening a portal off the planet, like just trying to like feel it out and see if it feels any different with this crystal necklace on.
The pressure is relieved a bit. What I'll tell you is you're not going to automatically take a powerful blow from trying, but on a like 7-9 or down, you will take one.
Okay. I don't think she was necessarily like trying to fully do it, but like trying to like reach her mind out to try to do this. So it's good, good to know.
Right. I think the mechanics of what you've found out are that.
Cool. I think I will try to open a portal. I'm gonna try to open a portal to my ship.
Cool. Go ahead and roll to unleash.
Well,
Bum bum ba-dum.
that fills up my potential track. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to rearrange my labels as I choose and add +1 to a label, but I'll wait to do that until the scene is over.
Okay, cool. I am going to give you a choice here. Either way, it's going to fail, but you can choose to either get hit with feedback and take a powerful blow, or you can avoid that, but they'll have been able to pinpoint your location.
I'm gonna take a powerful blow.
Cool.
Another 5. So that's another potential.
Everyone's getting potential but me. Every time I try to do something, I see is just like, yeah, sure, that works.
Mixed success who we either do like super high rolls or failures here.
So we get the panels of like you starting to open a portal and it snapping shut. And then how do you weather that blow? And you get hit with that wave of suppression force.
She's gonna, I guess, grab onto whatever's close and just kind of like try to sit down. And she's kind of like holding her head like she's got a really bad headache.
And from here, you all can arrive at. Wait, Mouse ship is. Wait, is Mouse ship floating around in orbit? I'm getting myself all confused.
Mal ship is the one that's up in the air. I think it's
Okay, cool.
it's Mason's that's the other one that crashed.
We left Mal's ship with the like other ship.
Obi's.
Yeah, so Mal's
So how did you get to the planet?
I can fly through space.
Oh, right. Yeah, you just got out of your ship and flew.
Yeah, because my ship was still rebuilding because I blew it up the last game or the
Yeah,
first.
that sounds right. Yeah.
Okay, so Mason, where do you want to be heading at this point then?
I'm going to say, Ovi, would you like to come sit up front with me?
Oh, are you talking to me now? Yeah, sure.
I'm going to, while she's getting over, I'm going to try to use the ship's communication systems to contact Mal's communicator tattoo.
Oh, I forgot that we had those.
I didn't.
That was our own character.
I'm going to have you unleash your powers, but you can do it through the ship if you want, which means you can roll superior if you'd like, using the Kirby Craft move. That's it.
My freak is better than my superior right now, so I'm
Cool,
just
then
gonna...
just use it.
Cool, a 7.
Would you like to mark a condition, or do you want it to be unstable or temporary?
Did we clear conditions after?
Oh yeah, we can do that now. If anyone had any conditions to clear from previous scenes.
I did not.
I have insecure marked, and I forgot what you need to clear it again, and then I looked it up, and then it says take foolhardy action without talking to your team, so I think I clear it in perpetuity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
think
I
that was
also
fair.
have insecure mark, but Ovi has not been taking any foolhardy actions, so
I only have hopeless. I have not had any relief.
And Mal?
I feel like I took reckless action without talking to my team.
Yeah, I think so.
Good, clear, insecure.
Cool.
Okay, so I'm going to mark angry and make the unleashing succeed.
Okay, excellent. So I think our next panel is cutting back over to Mal. And Mal, I think you've pulled yourself back together. You feel incredibly weak and drained to the point you're pretty sure that you were physically drained of some essence and energy during this process. And we see your tattoo chime. I don't know how that works. How does that look? / sound?
My tattoo is like subdermal, so it's like not even visible because fiery skin. So I hear it going off, or feel it going off.
And you
I don't
respond with, what's the sitch?
I don't know what they said to me. I imagine they probably have to say words first. Or do I say words first?
I assumed it was like a call. I don't know.
Oh, cool.
I don't think we've really used them much before, so I don't really know how they work yet.
I'm gonna kind of just like whisper into it and be like, kind of in a bit of a bind. If anyone's got eyes on the ship, the battleship, could use a hand. What's up?
Can you make it outside of the ship?
Well, I don't know if I can do it safely, but I can try.
It doesn't need to be very safe. What do you think, Captain Ovi?
she's just gonna like have her mouth open, like, wait, what is happening?
And Jet is also looking like he's given the look.
What, Mason? What are you trying to do?
Well, okay, let me let me run down the situation. So Mal ran off, got stuck, needs rescuing. Jet did whatever Jet always does, which is not helpful. And the way I see it, you've been the only one that's been trying to help the team. And I would be the worst team captain ever. So you're the team captain. So what do you do, Captain Ovi?
Oh, I meant like, what are you trying to do in this moment? Like you were telling Mal to try to get out. Like I feel like you're trying to do something, but you haven't told us what's happening.
No. Let's go back to what he said for a minute.
So, Ovi, it's simple. What do you think I should do, and what do you think Mal should do? That's how captains work.
Great. I'm done with waiting. I'm going to use my moment of truth.
All right. You read that?
Yep.
This is the best game, yo.
It's so easy to forget that you're not your body and you're not the voice in your head. You're both. Be the monster and save them anyway. Smash down walls and speak softly. Because when you embrace it, you can do anything. Of course, putting on a display like this is sure to rile up those who only see the monster when they look at you. I'm blowing up the ship. I'm going full supernova, shattering through the glass, and just fully destroying the entire ship in one giant motion. This will probably kill a bunch of people inside.
I think it'll kill everyone inside.
I mean, that's true, yeah.
Yeah. Can I toss some possible panels at the start of this?
Sure. I can also walk through what I was gonna have it look through. I didn't.
Yeah, go ahead.
That. I think it starts with cracks running on the glass immediately, and all the star slugs turn, and then the glass just shatters outwards, and then I think we get 4 pages that are just white, 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 and then we pull back and you see just me as small human floating in the darkness of space.
Yeah, I like that. We got this cloud of debris from the ship. And I think in the far distance, we see the other 2 battle cruisers and a spherical ship lagging behind them.
That was amazing.
I'm going to use my telepathy as the very end of the moment of truth. And I'm going to connect with my team and be like, I think we're done transporting these. What are they called? Starlings. I think we're done transporting these starlings. What do you think, Captain Ovi?
I'm going to ignore the what do you call it, the tone. Yeah, we met a mantis down here. Had some not so nice things to say about them. And wanted us to stop them.
I'm going to turn my telepathy on the 3 ships and I'm going to say, consider our contract void. Now leave this area before I do that to you as well.
We see weapons charging up.
Is the ship near Mal yet?
You all can arrive whenever you want.
You said there was something else around that was doing the power suppression?
It's a tech on the ships.
Okay. So do we feel any different now that one of them has exploded?
Yeah, it's definitely weakened.
Cool. Okay.
By the way, in all of these panels, as other people have been talking, there's been speech bubbles coming from Jet that are just completely covered by the other speech bubbles.
Also, there's a mace that very patronizingly offers Jet a bottle of Gatorade.
He pounds it into his mouth, and it's half an inch thick at the end.
Okay, so does Jet's ship have a grappling harpoon like mine?
I don't think so.
Aww. What do we do next, Captain Ovi?
Why did it have a grappling hook? Is that
Um,
related to one of its abilities?
Nah, all tech devices in anything that I ever create have grappling hooks because they're the best.
Okay.
I want to try to open another portal to way back in that first session. Mason infiltrated the ship and then sent me an image, and I want to try to go there.
Give me a roll.
Okay, with my newly rearranged labels. Yes, that is a 10.
What part of the ship does it open into?
It's opening up into the door, like it's replacing the door, and Ovi's going to get up to go through. And then she's going to turn to look at Mason and say, can you stay here and work with Mal to take out the other battleship?
Roger, Captain.
Jet, do you want to come have some fun on their round ship?
You're asking me if I want to start a little fires? I'm up.
Let's go. And she's going to go through the portal.
Excellent. So we get the two of you going through the portal. It's snapping shut. And I think we're going to get the space shot of Mal floating in space with Jet ship piloted by Mason pulling up near as we see just a barrage of missiles fired towards you all. They're still a good distance away, so you have some time before they come in. What are y'all doing?
I open a door.
I don't think I'm ready to stop fighting yet. I'm gonna just blast fire at the two missiles in the distance and try to blow them up before they get to me.
Roll to defend.
Jesus fucking Christ, that's a 5.
I'm going to try to evade the missiles. That's the word I'm looking for.
I think we should pause for a moment and do our entering battle moves, just so we have that team. I'm going to run this separately. So Mason and Mal are one team. Who's the leader there?
I think Mal is, but I think Mason probably thinks that Ovi is.
Can Ovi even beat the team leader if we're fighting?
No, it's going to be two separate groups with two separate groups of team.
It's never Mason, so it's going to be Mal.
Okay.
Cool.
Mal, do you have influence over Mason?
I do, yep.
Okay. What's your purpose in the fight?
Take down the battleships.
Mason?
It's to get the hell out of here.
Okay. Does any team member mistrust the leader of the team?
No.
I do.
Yep, I figured.
How would you like to take a condition to not remove that team?
Yep.
And is your team ill-prepared or off-balance?
No.
I think you are ill-prepared, just in pure weaponry difference.
Cool. Yeah, I think I'm only going to mark one condition. I'm not going to mark a second condition.
Brings you to 3 team on that side.
Great.
And on the other side, Ovi or Jet, who's the leader?
Ovi.
I guess.
Does Ovi have team influence over Jet?
Yep.
Yes.
Ovi, what's your purpose in the fight?
I think a combination of take down the ship and get information, try to figure out what's going on.
Which one's more important to you?
Take down the ship.
Jet?
Mine is some combination of kicking ass and chewing bubblegum.
That sounds about the same. Does anyone mistrust the leader of the team?
Not right now.
I think she's trusting Jet more, so no.
All right. And are you ill-prepared or off-balance?
We haven't even been attacked yet, right?
I don't think so. I think when not commanding ship weapons, the Starlings are not actually super strong.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure because we don't know exactly what we're going into.
Yeah. Oops. So that is 4 team there. Okay, cool. Let us.
I love these team names.
So
Nelson and Jovi.
jumping back to that defend. Mal, I'm going to give you a choice. You take out most of the missiles coming towards. One is going to hit someone. Is it going to hit you or is it going to hit the ship?
Should we do my role first? Because maybe it's fun, depending on if I fail or not.
I gotta finish the result of Mal's failure and then see what that means for you going into it.
Cool.
I'm angry specifically at Mason right now. I do also have a +1 forward against Mason right now because I took a condition because of him. I'm gonna let the missile hit the ship.
All right, cool. So Mason, the missile is very clearly heading towards the ship. What are you doing?
I'm going to try to evade any missiles coming my direction.
Cool. Give me a defend.
Plus savior. Man, I never roll defense, so that's funny. That's an 8.
On a 7 to 9, you either expose yourself to danger or escalate the situation.
I'm going to expose myself to danger. Can I describe what that looks like?
Yeah, I might change it, but feel free.
I'm thinking that there's one missile that Mal didn't see in their cockiness, and I'm going to throw myself and the ship in front of it and defend them.
Okay, excellent. And then do you want to add a team to the pool, take influence over someone you protect, or clear condition?
I'm going to clear angry and open the door of the ship again for Mal.
Okay, excellent. This missile hits the ship. It leaves a bit of a dent, but doesn't seem to do major damage. But we do start seeing these scarabs running over across the ship. The door slides open. Mal, what are you doing?
I'm not getting in the ship. I'm gonna fly towards the battleship and I'm gonna destroy it if I can.
They're heading in quickly towards you. What are you doing? So you fly towards the lead one, and
I can't supernova in the same way I did earlier because I'm still pretty drained from that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna telekinetically go in and just kind of yank the front end of one of the ships so it's aimed at the other ship and have them crash into each other.
I'm gonna have you directly engage.
Cool. That's a 9.
So on a 9, you pick one.
Mason, you want to push that up to a 10, or should I spend team selfishly?
You can do it selfishly.
Cool, great. I'm going to spend team selfishly. I'm going to... Actually, no, I'm just going to let that be a 9. And then I'm going to use not human enough, which is when you directly engage a threat in a terrifying fashion. Mark a condition to choose an additional option even on a miss. I'm going to resist or avoid their blows. And I'm going to impress, surprise, or frighten the opposition. Nope, I lied. I'm not going to resist or avoid their blows. I'm going to impress, surprise, or frighten the opposition, and I'm going to take something from them, which is their forward trajectory.
Okay,
cool. So either of the ships are destroyed, or they cannot move towards me anymore.
Okay, cool. So we see the constellation reaching out, and I think we get a panel of the Starling that's piloting the ship, and his eyes kind of glass over for a moment. We see him yank, and the ship drifts off, slamming into the other ship and like rubbing up against it. And then we see 2 more Starlings close their eyes and just send that same like blast wave energy back towards Mal. Go ahead and roll to take a powerful blow while that hits you.
So that's a 12. I think this hits me, and with all the exhaustion that has been the past 15 minutes of my life, I think I pass out.
Cool. Yeah, we get the panel of you just floating in space, and then we cut back into Mason in the pilot seat. And from the outside of the ship, you're hearing like, I don't know what the sound would actually be, but those scarab beetles chewing on the metal of the ship. You see all of this going on in front of you with Mal just limp in space. The lead battle cruiser that Mal hit swerves, running into the other, and we see like explosions down the length of it. They're both still running. They're not doing great. There's a lot of confusion going on there. Their attention is clearly not on you at the moment. What are you doing, Mason?
Well, I better take care of the beetles on my roof first. So I think my response is that I have many mouths and I must scream. Mason's just gonna scream really loudly directly into their minds.
The beetles or the scarabs?
Yeah, the ones on the roof.
Okay, cool. Just want to make sure I was understanding right.
That's another 7. I keep rolling like these medium rolls. Okay, so that's a directly engaged threat. So I get to pick 1.
Yep.
And that 1 may also be from the Pierce the Mask list if I want, which I probably don't want to, but...
Yeah, any answer you get from that's probably going to be yum yum metal.
Yeah.
I'll give you that for free. That's what they're thinking.
Thank you. God.
I will also give you that this is going to take out these threats. They're not very strong. You can feel that when you push out.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take something from them and take them away from the roof so they float off into space. Or
excellent. Yeah, we get this panel of them just all drifting dead into space. Are you still heading towards Mal?
Yeah, I'm gonna steer towards Mal again.
Cool. And from there, we're gonna cut back into Ovi and Jet. I think the image Mason sent was like down in the like bowels of the ship, where he found that weird like heavily guarded core.
Yes, like what? I guess can you just describe what we just walked into?
Sorry. The ship looks very similar interiorly to the ship Mal was in. It's very bare metal, looks very industrial and very like utilitarian instead of made for any kind of aesthetics. There's a lot of like open bare pipes running along walls. And I think we see that, I don't remember how I described that at all. We see that like high security door at the core of the ship there, like the spherical room in the middle of the ship. There is some Starling activity. They're moving around the ship. They don't seem to be panicked. No one seemed to notice you. I think we're probably going to cut to you, like the two of you like hiding behind a pipe as a starling goes by?
Sure. Can I want to squirt some water into that pipe. See if we can make some explosions happen down the chain.
Like bust open one of the pipes?
Yeah, maybe to get everybody running towards it, or just to cause some damage, because screw these guys.
Cool. What does that look like?
He lays his open palm flat on an end of the pipe, and then it gets pushed back a little from recoil, as you can see some little bit of the water that's spraying in there.
Go ahead and unleash your powers. I think this is reshaping your environment.
10.
All right. And you wanted to create like an explosion further down the line to draw attention away?
All right.
Cool. I think like down a hallway, we see just the pipe swell and just explode. It starts pouring out like a combination of water and that star stuff. And the starling that was in the background of this like slugs quicker over towards it, leaving you all fairly alone in the room.
And so you said there's a door towards the core of the ship?
Yeah.
Obi's gonna peek behind the pipe and make sure the coast is clear, and she's gonna start sprinting over the door.
When you get to the door, it's very, very solid. There's no viewport or anything. There is a keypad panel beside it.
Damn, this isn't Machina.
I portal back to Moon Harbor. I grab Machina. I'm like, open that.
I'm trying to figure out how I want to phrase this. I want to like portal through the door, and I'm trying to do something to cut the door in half, like with the what was that? The beetle bear.
I like this new weapon.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to I think like do a portal in the middle of the door to try to cut it.
Cool. Go ahead and give me an unleash your powers. And while you're doing that, both of you in your heads hear just a general like alarm going off. And you hear that like the starling voice being like, there's been an explosion in the lower decks. And Obi, it's very, very quiet to you. Like you almost have to like really strain to hear it.
Oh, okay. I guess that's the crystal. Cool.
I think on page, like Jet's seeing this in like normal text size and you're seeing it almost too small to read.
Cool. And I rolled a 9 for unleashing my powers.
Would you like to mark a condition or unstable or temporary?
Oh, that's a hard choice. I'm going to mark afraid. I don't want to make this unstable or temporary.
Cool. And what does that look like?
So the portal cuts through it in half, and I think we just see the
Well,
half
actually, can I bump that up?
How are you gonna help?
Because I'm thinking a portal in the middle is not really going to get that door to move from where it is. You're just going to have a piece that's stuck on the top and a piece that's stuck on the bottom. So we're going to need some force to
Some
get
momentum.
that hole open.
We have the team for it. I'm so down.
Yeah.
Yeah, just tell me what it looks like. And then unmark afraid.
Yep, I already unmarked it. So yeah, we get the portal halfway through, and I guess Jet, are you sending out a burst of water at it to knock it down?
I'm going to tap it near the middle and then wham it with my fist.
And the half of the door that's attached to the hinges stays, but the one that is not just falls flat down.
Fantastic. Inside the room, it looks so much different than the rest of the ship you've seen. Like all of the interior metal here is this gleaming golden metal. It's a large open sphere. There's like a catwalk around the edge of it. And suspended in the middle, attached to ridiculous amounts of tubing and wire and just like held in place, is one of the star leeches. And you can see these tubes just pumping it full of this star stuff. It's moving occasionally, but it seems very, very sluggish. It turns its head slightly in reaction to the noise of the door falling off. And you hear kind of a combination of like a cosmic scream and a pitiful moan. I have no idea how that would be written. What do y'all do? Yeah, that's it.
I'm so happy you made that noise.
Obi's gonna turn to look at Jet. I think we gotta take it down. What do you think?
He nods with a deliciously evil grin.
Yeah, I think she's gonna like grin back and like turn to look at the starling like, oh yeah, let's go. We're
Oh,
finally
sorry.
working together.
If I misspoke, I meant to say one of the void leeches.
The void leeches? Oh, okay. It's a void
Yes, of
leech.
course,
Oh
of
boy.
course.
But yeah, still ready to take this thing down.
What do you do?
And you said it's like attached to how is it attached? Or like getting this star stuff?
It seems to be held in place with like a series of like metal struts and cabling hooking it to it. It does not seem. It seems to be a prisoner here. It does not seem like it's something it can get out of. And there's various like tubes going underneath its skin that's just pumping it full of this star stuff.
I want to use my portals to like cut through all of these.
Awesome. Go ahead and roll to unleash.
Another 9.
Jet, you pushing that up or what you doing? With this roll, by the way, if you want, you can get rid of all of the tubes hooking to it.
Okay.
I think Jet is more focused on how he wants to attack this thing.
Okay.
Okay.
Unstable or temporary or condition?
It's gonna be condition. I'm just trying to figure out which one. I'm going to mark I think afraid again.
And I think we get like a series of quick panels of your portals, like opening up and severing these tubes, and then one after another, and then we get a pulled back panel like these tubes just hanging limply, pumping the star stuff down, and the leech starts to groan a bit louder and starts kind of moving and shaking a bit violently. Jet, behind you at the door, you can hear a lot of metallic clanging of machines heading towards you.
So what I'm kind of picturing right now is it's like this open area, or like there's an area that we can jump off of that is we were jumping towards this giant slug. Is that about accurate?
So it's a spherical room. You're kind of like at the middle of it. There's a like round walkway, like catwalk style around the full edge.
And we're on the catwalk?
Yeah, you're on the catwalk.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to launch myself off the catwalk and start going like a jet straight at it with a fist.
Go ahead and roll to directly engage.
And I want to do this in a way that causes significant collateral damage. This is one of the bull's moves. When you directly engage a threat, you can cause significant collateral damage to your environment to choose an additional option, even on a miss.
Cool. I will take care of that collateral damage for you.
Hooray!
What options you picking?
So I am going to... The last thing that is attached to it, is that just holding it in place, or is it supplying it with something?
Everything that was pumping it full of stuff has been cut off.
Okay, then. I'm going to resist or avoid its blows, and I am going to create an opportunity for Ovi.
I think you get to pick a third as well.
Oh, yes.
two.
I get to pick 3. If those guys are coming by, I want to impress, surprise, or frighten them.
Perfect. So we get you launching towards it, and I think we get just a solid punch, like right below the mouth of it, and it screams out in pain and just starts thrashing wildly. At that, we see 2 of the like upright beetle bots and a starling behind them at the door, and we hear this psychic yell. They've let out the void leech. They've let out the void leech, and the starling tries to like slug his way away as quickly as possible. The void leech thrashes, tries to bite at you and misses, and bites part of the catwalk and starts ripping it out. Everyone's attention's on the star leech. Ovi, what do you want to do?
The starling that just tried to walk out, I want to create a portal under it. Or no, I guess like that it's about to walk into.
Okay.
Because I don't want that guy letting anybody know what's up. And I'm gonna try to aim it. Oh, she's gonna be mean. I'm gonna aim it at like coming from the ceiling of the room we're in, so he's gonna like fall down
fantastic.
the entire height of this room.
Give me an unleash.
Another 9. This one can be unstable or temporary.
Excellent. So we get the cut to the starling just slugging his way as fast as he can down the corridor while these 2 mechs make their way into the room. We see the portal. You said in front of him?
Yeah.
He just goes straight into it, and our next panel is him falling from the ceiling. The leech sees him fly, like breaks free from the restraints, flies up, swallows him whole, and then just punches a hole through the ceiling of the ship.
Oh shit.
At that, we start hearing explosions throughout the ship and just the groaning of metal. Like, this is not punched through to the void of space. There's still like the outer layers of the ship, but it's done a lot of damage. The ship is not much for this world, or any world, since this is cosmic.
Cool. I want to teleport over to Jet.
Jet, where are you at the moment? Where'd you land?
I landed on the floor underneath the opposite side of the catwalk where we started.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to just teleport over to him quickly and say, "Hey, do you want to get out of here? I think this ship is gonna go down soon."
I kind of want to make sure we see that this job is finished. I mean, you have an easy way to get out.
Yeah, but I don't want to like leave you on a ship that's about to go.
And I think of that, we get like a huge tremor throughout the whole ship.
Okay. Yeah, on second thought.
And I like to open a portal to my ship.
Cool. Give me one more unleash.
God damn it! Of course, it was the one that fails.
So we see you rip open the portal, and the two of you jump through, and we are going to cut to Mason.
Leaving us hanging.
Uh-oh.
Mason, from outside, your ship is very close to the unconscious Mal, and behind the two warships, we see the spherical ship just explode. What do you do?
Okay, so first of all, I have a working theory that since the fuel of our ships is stardust, that strapping Mal to the exhaust of the boosters might help her regain consciousness faster. So I'm gonna do that. And then I'm going to hail Ovi's communicator and try to get in touch.
It gives you the cosmic equivalent of a busy signal.
I'm just going to turn the ship around and boost towards the location of the USB then.
Awesome. And I think from there, we get a couple panels inside the like remaining battle cruiser that can still fly. And it's just utter fear and shock on these starlings. And we see that ship turning and just boosting off into the distance away from the planet. And then we get a couple panels of the down on that planet. We see the mantises digging in these mines. And then all of them just kind of stop and look around confused. And I think we're going to end the issue there.
Moon Harbor Heroes is produced by Anthony Sheets, TB Huth, and Elliot Peterson, and edited by Anthony Sheets at Icy New Year or at icynewyear.com. T is a theater artist and educator in the DC area. She can be found at Huth Playwright on Twitter or TPHuth94 on Instagram. Elliot can be found at Elliot Elen, ELLIOTYLEN on Twitter. Sean can be found at The Crumpet, THECRUMPIT on Twitter. Moon Harbor Heroes is played using Masks: A New Generation, written by Brendan Conway and produced by Magpie Games. The music in this issue is Work by Kevin MacLeod. A link to his website and the license will be in the show notes. This issue is GM'd by Anthony Sheets. Stardust is played by T. Huth. Portali is played by Elliot Peterson. Jet is played by EXPHP. You probably won't find him at It's EXPHP on Twitter, but it's worth a try. Mason is played by Simon Meskins. You can find him as at Gilbereka, GILBERREKE on Twitter. Our logo was designed by Beautiful Beasties. She can be found on Instagram at beastly.doodles or on Patreon at patreon.com/beautifulbeasties. If you want to get a hold of us, email us at moonharborheroes@gmail.com or find us on Twitter at moonharborcast. If you enjoyed this issue, please leave us a review on your podcatcher of choice or tell a friend. 5-star reviews and word of mouth are really the best way for us to keep bringing these stories to more people. If you'd like to support us financially, check us out at patreon.com/moonharborheroes. Supporting us there will give you access to bonus issues each month. And thank you for helping us save the world. We'll see you next issue.
Oh
Damn,
man!
we don't even know where Obi and Jet ended up.
Oh shit!